We're going to continue with the weekly love readings. We're up to Sagittarius. Just burning some sage. It's been a stressful day today. Why can't 14-year-olds just stop being 14? Why can't they just stop? Okay, got a good whiff of that then. Right, let's do a few shuffles. We're carrying on with the Aura Tarot deck. It's really, really nice. Beautiful cards. One of them looked like it was upright, didn't it then? I think. Yeah. Okay, so we're carrying on with the weekly all signs love readings. We're up to Sagittarius. So tonight I'll be doing Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Okay. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Sagittarius's highest good. How is Sagittarius feeling in this final week of June 2025? With regards to one they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in. Hi, welcome into the chat. What's not to understand, Eric? Right, so we've got the Hanged Man reversed and the Ace of Wands. Right, the Hanged Man reverse is very stubborn energy, okay? It's when you don't wish to see things from another perspective. When the Hanged Man is upright, it's open-mindedness, like, do you know what? I want to see things from another perspective. I want to make sure this is like, I don't want to, okay? I know what I want. And we've got the Ace of Wands, which is really, really intense, excited, phallic energy. It could be the rebirth of an existing connection. With Ace of Wands, You know, it's different to the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is like, you've not travelled down this path before. You're naive to what's going to happen. You have no idea. With the Ace of Wands, for me, it's more like a rebirth, okay? It's a very fiery energy, very determined. Hi, welcome into the chat. Hi, Race. Hi, Devin. Hi, Gunflower. Hi, Meowgash. Your spider card. Okay, a few more cards then for Sagittarius. How's Sagittarius feeling in this final week of June 2025? It's a tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I love reading. It's like a horoscope. You just watch your sun sign, the month that you were born. Or you can watch the sign of someone that you're interested in, if you know their sign. Okay, so I'm on Sagittarius now. I've just started it, and Leo was filmed yesterday. So if you go back to lives, and then you select yesterday's live, you can watch Leo. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. The Hierophant is the teacher. This person has experienced a lot of things while on planet Earth, okay? They're no longer a student because they've got so much life experience. They've learnt their lessons and now they're ready to be the teacher. They don't want anyone else to experience the hardships that they've experienced, okay? Which is why they would rather talk about what they've been through than not, because maybe it'll be helpful to people. Maybe they won't have to go through what this person's been through, okay? So we've got the Hierophant upright. Yeah, Aries, I did. That'll be the reading before. I did 4 readings last night and 4 the night before, I think. So if you look at the last 2 lives on the lives playlist, you'll find Aries and Leo. I do separate them up and post them as well throughout the week, because it just gets it through the traffic when you post them individually, but when you do the live, it pushes you up to the top of the algorithm. So I do both, but it's just the same material chopped up. The 2 of Swords reversed. Okay, so we're not burying our head in the sands anymore. When the 2 of Swords is upright, it's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not making a choice. When it's reversed, it's like coming out of that, like, okay, I'm ready to deal with this now. See, perhaps the learning part of this is like, I'm not going to ignore it. Hi, Prudence. It's I'm doing readings by zodiac sign, so you just watch your sign or the sign of the person that you're wondering about. I'm not taking individual questions. We're on Sagittarius. You can look at the list of lives on my lives playlist to get the other zodiac signs. I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer one night, and then the next, like last night I did Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. So tonight I'm doing Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Yeah, I did Scorpio last night. So if you come out of this video and you go to the lives playlist, you'll be able to find it. Right, let's get some cards for Sagittarius's person. Ooh, they've got the Ace of Cups. They're in love, okay? I mean, this can be self-love or it can be being in love, okay? When you've fallen in love with someone. We'll know when we get the other cards out. They're recovering from heartache. When it's upright, it's heartbreak, okay? This is recovery from heartbreak. The World card, okay? Completion of a cycle. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that better days are coming, okay? Things are being tough, but we're hopeful because we know that things have to change, okay? Once the cycle is over, things are going to be better. Completion of a cycle. So Sagittarius, this person, they were very, very heartbreaking, and they're starting to come out of that now. In the outcome, we've got the Queen of Swords reversed. Now, the Queen of Swords, when it's upright, is someone who's very intelligent, very intellectual, great at speaking, great at writing. Swords are air, okay, they're communication. So this is someone who's very strategic, they tell the truth. They like facts, they like knowledge, logic, reasoning, okay? And it's a chess game for them. You see that she's not messing, she's got that sword up and she's ushering someone towards her, but she's ready to chop their head off if she needs to, quite frankly. When that's reversed, it could be those qualities accentuated in either direction. So it could be someone who's, communicating harshly, manipulatively, or it could be someone who's blocked communication. They're not communicating at all. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That's in the outcome, okay? Let's get two more. Thank you for the likes and the loves. You have to watch for your sign or the sign of your person, okay? I'm not doing questions. Okay, so we've got the Judgment reversed. Someone's ignoring a call to action. You see that the angel is trying to raise the dead. It's time to move, it's time to act. We're ignoring it when it's in the reverse, okay? Destiny is calling, it's time to act, it's time to do something. Oh, sorry, another one was flipped over. It's when it's upright, it's the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is, it's laying the swords down and then lying down, okay, to take much needed respite. When it's reversed, it's like very, very stubborn, like restless energy. This is like someone who's meditating. She looks like Joan of Arc, doesn't she? She's got armor on, but she's meditating. She's laying still. She's contemplating things. She's thinking about them. She's resting. This is very restless. It's like unwilling to wait, unwilling to think, unwilling to calm down. Very, very restless, agitated energy. Okay. Those were a combination. Let's get one more. The Nine of Cups reversed. The Nine of Cups upright is someone who's very content within themselves. They have all of their cups full, you know, very, very satisfied person. When the Nine of Cups is reversed, someone's very, very unhappy within themselves. This person is very, very down. They're not happy. They're not content. They're not satisfied. So we've got this restless energy, this feeling like we need to act, but then we've either got unpleasant communication or a lack of communication. Now, Sagittarius, you're showing up as the Hierophant. Someone's showing up as the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can be a divorce card, you know. The Queen of Swords is reversed. There's healing on their side. There's recovery from heartbreak. There's the completion of a cycle. See, thank you for the loves. Thank you. I'm just trying to work out like whose feelings this is. I don't feel like it's them. I feel like it's you. I don't know if... See, with that Ace of Wands, it feels like a rebirth. You learn from the past, you want to face things, but then it's like either we're not saying that. See, if the Nine of Cups was upright, I'd think that we're happy, but we're not happy. Let's clarify what's going on with them. You're very, it's like, you know, when you've got blinkers on and you're like, no, we're going to do it again. We're going to have another go around the sun together. Even though it's probably not a good idea. And then the other person's kind of like coming to terms with the fact that it's probably done. It's a bit like that. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know if I'm right. Oh my God. Okay, so they've been dealing with other people. There's been infidelity. Still involved with the past or cheating, secret affections, self-righteous, acts spiritually superior, condescending and preachy. So this person is so hypocritical because they're acting like holier than thou and then they're getting up to all sorts. They've got two faces, this person. They're just not who they say they are. Flight plan. Sometimes things fall apart for better things to come. Between the lines, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. Reassembling ruins from shattered pieces, gather strength to rebuild what was once broken. Sagittarius, you need to do some research about this person and if they got skeletons in their closet that you're not aware of. Are they who they say they are? Have they changed over the last few years and you didn't ever think they would do something like this and they have? watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. They know that they fucked up. Expecting new beginning in their fields. Okay, so someone's not in control of their actions. Okay, they act based off what feels good at the time. They kind of realize afterwards and feel bad that they did it, and then they kind of go back and do the same thing again. How did we go from everything to nothing? So you could have had it absolutely all with this person. You could be homeowners, you could be married, you could have children that are grown up, and and they didn't plan to do all of this stuff. It could be very, very recent, but it's happened. And once people are putting everything on the line, it's probably time to be honest and think, I've done that because something wasn't enough for me anymore, like something's changed for me. It's no good kind of pretending and going, oh, let's just rewind. It might make you really grateful to have your family still and, act like that never happened, but then you're going to start doing it again once things get safe and boring again. Let's clarify. Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. So this person could have problems with emotions. They could repress their emotions. They could have a lack of ability to open up and be vulnerable. If Sagittarius is supposed to meet someone new, when will that happen? Because I don't know why I get the feeling this is like someone you're married to, because the Hierophant can represent marriage, the Ace of Wands can represent a do-over, and we sort of got like clues towards infidelity, and then we've got the Queen of Swords, which is a divorce card. It's not the right time. Okay, it's not the right time for you to meet someone new, Sagittarius. This is all like in the middle of like imploding, so we have to deal with that first. Let's get you some advice then. Valiant courage, take action with passion. Let's get some sacred geometry. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So this is a sense of moving forward, leveling up spiritually, evolving. We tend to do that during times of challenge. That doesn't tend to happen when we are settled and happy with someone. We tend to do it after a breakup, when it's time to walk alone and do some hermit energy. The answers lie within us. It's a time to rely upon yourself, to grow, to expand, to get back to you. what you want, where are you going. We've got change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Well, that's confirmation, okay? If you weren't sure that what I said about the other card was in the right direction, that's just confirmed it, hasn't it? Synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar. That's just confirmation again. So that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So that, you know, that's you and another soul coming together, someone brand new. It's like the chemistry being perfect, you know, between you and another person, where it's just easy and there isn't all this drama, there isn't all this resistance, there isn't repeating the same patterns, okay? Integration, the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Yeah, so when you got the right balance, it just sort of neutralizes everything. I think that's what that's saying. Consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multi-dimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. I think that's like getting back to true intention and manifestation and trusting in the divine plan and, you know, the third eye, trusting your intuition. It's not like, well, we should be together because it'd be sad not to be together, or we should be together because society thinks we should be together. It's not about logic and rationalizing things. It's not about being really emotional and afraid to change. It's about following your intuition. If your gut is telling you that this is done, then let it be done. You know, sometimes we can all backtrack and cling because it feels more comfortable and less scary. Right, let's see what animal you're showing up as. Oops, I've squashed my cards there, that's not good. The turtle, the sea turtle, okay, so you're showing up as water. Now, turtles travel like for thousands of kilometres, don't they? They follow that East Australian current. Well, they're also all over the Caribbean and, yeah. Very hardy, you know, that shell is very, very tough. They're far more capable than anyone realises. They move quickly through life. I think although they're very familial, that process of hatching the eggs and leaving them, it's almost like, you know, you would never want to hold your offspring back. You would never want to hold anyone back. You're all for like adventure and encouraging your young to be like that as well, you know, and the world's brutal, but people have to find out for themselves. So I think you're bold as brass as a turtle at the moment. I think you're full of courage, full of vim and vigour. I think you want if you've got children, you really, really want them to kind of find their feet and become independent, and you're enjoying that process. You're not to be underestimated. Not at all. You know turtles eat jellyfish. How many species of animal eat jellyfish? Not that many. You chomp them down. So that's what you're showing up as at the moment, okay? So not to be underestimated at all, Sagittarius. The archer, okay? You hunt your meals down, okay? You don't wait and you don't wonder. You just get the job done, don't you? Right, I hope that resonates with some people. Please give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. You're welcome to watch the other signs. You can go out of here and go on to the other lives that I've already filmed. Or you can wait around for... I'm just going to do Capricorn first, then it's Aquarius, then Pisces. Okay, it says not the right time for something new, and I think it's because it's all kicking off. You know, like you got to deal with what's happening at the moment.